Hey guys, Brett here with Mr. Cam Scotty, and we're here to talk today about, and this will be entitled, Why We Hate School, comma, parentheses, or whatever, dash, middle school. Because we can't go into detail about why we hated elementary school, because there were certain parts of elementary school that sucked.
But others you just loved.
Yeah, but we just loved. But today we're here to talk about why we hated middle school. And people, we mentioned that in a couple of our videos that, oh, we hate school. And people always like, why do you hate school? It's not, it's not like we don't do good in school. We do fine in school.
Yeah.
We do fine in school. I guess we'll start with 6th grade.
I loved 6th grade,
Sixth grade was okay. I think like the beginning of 6th grade was kind of like you had to get like adjusted, but then from then on it was okay.
Oh, my 6th grade teachers loved me. I just didn't like my math teacher.
I hate him. Yeah, I hate everything, but I hate math, because math is like some of the stuff that they teach you in math is okay. Like this year with algebra is fine. Algebra is like the easiest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
But like some of the stuff that you learned in math, I think like in 6th grade is kind of like, that's weird. And then, but 6th grade was okay. There were like parts of 6th grade. Like, did you ever go home and you were in just like a shit mood?
Yeah.
Like you just came home and you're like, my mom was like, well, why don't you do this? And I would just be like, I got homework. And then I'd just be in a piece of shit mood.
That's the opposite of me. We never had less than 20 minutes at the end of class to finish our homework. So I would come home, have 3 problems of math, and be like, I love you, Mom.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with me too. Like I would get done some of the homework, but then projects and stuff. I was just a sad sack of shit in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Like when I would come home, I would not want to be dealt with anybody because I was in a just miserable mood.
Yeah, it was pretty much projects I hated, and then there were just nights where they would just pack shit on.
Exactly.
And on,
like you'd have to come around. I remember like that one night I had to write type up like 3 not papers, but like page-long things, and I was just like, this sucks. And then like, I think literature got a little harder because it was like you learned more stuff. Writing was okay. Science was a little more complicated because you learned about that thing, like the thing underneath the water with the how the Earth's.
Oh yeah,
what's that called?
Things.
Yeah, where the things move every so often, and then the whole Earth like
messes up,
changes or something. That was
just hard.
That was retarded.
I couldn't do rocks. I mean, they all look the same.
All the rocks, yeah. They would give you like stuff, and they'd be like, "Well, separate these rocks from these rocks," and I'd be like, "It's retarded." And then with like temperature, because they would always be like, "What's the temperature of like snow?" It's like 32 degrees, or like the cold, like the freezing point, and I'd be like 32. And the boiling point wasn't like the boiling point is 106, I think.
I have no idea.
I don't remember that either. But it was like, lunch was weirder because you got to sit with everybody. I think that was the only thing I really liked about 6th grade was like sitting with people.
Yeah.
But, and I think let's tell like the backstory of that we never really started hanging out till 6th grade. Like we really started hanging out in 6th grade.
Yeah, the summer between 6th and 7th.
Yeah, the summer between 6th grade and crossing over to 7th grade, we really started to hang out. And then last year was like, I think we saw each other like every day.
Yeah.
And we hung out almost every week.
Yeah.
And now we just hang out like every day now.
Yeah.
So I think that was the only good thing about 6th grade.
Yeah, and we actually met through Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan. Yeah.
I don't know if any of those videos are still up, but
yeah.
we made like 8 videos the first day we met.
And then I'll just change this real quick because you really can't like see us. Just notice that. There. Okay. Sorry about that. But and then it was like
7th grade.
Moving on to 7th grade was like a big change because people are just like.
They really tried to scare you.
Yeah, people like really scared. Like my science teacher scared the shit out of me in 6th grade because she was like, the teachers in 7th grade aren't going to accept that, and I'd be like, oh my god. But when I got to 7th grade, I was like, this is nothing like what they said. but in 7th grade, I never really had any trouble with classes. I think I did like bad on a few tests. You ever done bad on a test and feel like you're just horrible, like you suck, like the whole year's not gonna be screwed up?
What's it called? I got a 49 on a writing test. Oh, dude, I felt like shit.
And I was like, with math class, that's what I always used to do. Like math class, I would always like, I followed like a pattern. Like I was like, I would get a paper right, I'd get a test right, and then I get a quiz right, and then on the next quiz I do horrible, and then on that test I do good, the quiz I do good, and then the test I would just screw up completely.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really didn't do any. I didn't do bad in any classes in 7th grade. I had trouble with writing because neither of us can write.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. Neither of us can do grammar. I mean, we can do grammar. We can speak right. It's just the parentheses, commas,
and like
exclamation points and question marks.
No, I can do those well.
I always got confused with those because there'd be like sentences like, and then Ginny did this.
I always get confused when it's like it asks a question, then comma, and then it just talks normal.
Exactly, yeah. And then math class, I think math was okay. Some of the stuff was kind of hard in 7th grade to me because, I don't know, math's just not my thing. Science class was okay. I think, did you guys learn about diseases and stuff? And like the parts of a cell?
Yeah.
That was retarded.
I couldn't do that.
The parts of the cell, it's like everything looks exactly the same in a cell.
In the first week, or the first, like, I just could not get higher than a B or a C on, like, science tests, and then random things I would get, like, an A on. So I'd either get a B or an A on the report card. It was a pretty average year for me.
Yeah.
Didn't get below
and it was
B,
like,
get...
for some reason, like, we didn't touch base on this earlier. Like, for some reason, in 6th grade, everybody was so, like, not cool. Everybody was so depressing. Because I think they knew it was 6th grade, and, like...
It's just going to get harder.
It was just going to get harder. And I remember being like, oh, that's kind of weird. And remember Justin? We still know Justin. Justin was a piece of shit back then. Also in 5th grade. Like, there's this kid in our school, Justin Gibson. I hope he's not watching this.
Yeah.
But there's Justin Gibson, and he's just an asshole, isn't he?
A little bit.
Just an asshole. And I remember like 5th grade, he gave me a ton of shit. And then in 6th grade, he was in a couple of my classes in 6th. And then in 7th, he was in my tech ed class. He's in my tech ed class now. And we're in 8th grade now. And it was like, he's in my tech ed class now. And that guy gives me so much shit. And I think one of these days, he's going to come up to me. And I'm going to do, you know what? Fuck you. That's what I'm going to do. That guy gives me so much shit. And I don't know.
This year in the first week, I've noticed I'm going to like my teachers.
Yeah.
It'll seem...
What's the time? I only got like 6 minutes.
It'll be hard to do all the work because of football now.
Yeah, Cam, he's on the football team.
2 hours after school every day, and then
I'm pretty much free until I think like the 25th, and then that's when I start doing stuff. But there's like something else. This is like a little story. Like I think like in the next like couple minutes we'll like explain stories and stuff. But when I was in 6th grade, and you know there's like that hallway when you're going down to lunch.
Yeah.
And it's like right next to the office. They used to have a thermometer at the very bottom, and everybody would always bump into it and like mess it up and stuff. And the one day it was broken and it was on the floor, and like I went to go pick it up, and Miss there's that really short there's like this midget person that works at the secretary desk. You know that chick is like really short. She comes walking down the hallway and she's like, "I hope you didn't break that." And I was like, no, it was on the floor. And that was in 6th grade, and I knew 6th grade was going to suck because I was like, I get blamed for stuff like that. And then what about like our encore classes, like tech ed and stuff? Do you have any problem with those?
No, never.
I remember art was like really hard for me.
Oh, art, I had Mrs. Fox, so the only thing that kept me going was I had Jared in my class, so we just talked the entire time, except she yelled at us so fucking much.
Yeah. My tech, I had, last year I had wood shop, because I wanted Mr. Raines, who does the computers. And I remember like I was scared to death that every time I walked in there I was gonna cut my hand off, and I was like, oh god. And then one day we were like sawing stuff, and I was like shaking, like trembling, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Because he was right there, and that was like, this was like you took a test and you had to get everything right, and then you went on to make stuff. And I remember what happened. I got the hiccups. What happened was like I accidentally like the wood got like stuck and the saw's still going, so I was like, what do I do? And he's like, I can't tell you. What do you do? And then what I did was I pulled it out, and the saw blade like started shaking around really fast, and I was like, what do I do? And I just like shoved the wood back in, and he was just like, all right, you can pass. And I was like, oh, thank God. And I remember I got like I think I got like a C in that class because I did horrible in that because I couldn't make stuff for shit. But trying to think, like now it's like kind of like the same. I don't have Mr. Hale though. I have Mr. Dale now, and
yeah, we have Mr. Dale this year. Is he good?
He's okay. He looks like Wilford Brimley a little bit, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else for 7th grade. There wasn't anything else for 7th grade, but now this year